Hi. So, Steam users have spent $19 billion on games they've never played. Fucking guilty. I'm very guilty of this. And it's mainly because the Steam summer sales, the Steam winter sales. There's a Steam autumn sale going on, even though we're like just right at the cusp of winter. So I thought that was really odd. But there's a Steam winter sale or Steam autumn sale going on. And there's a bunch of games that are on there that are just really like worth getting. I'm freaking guilty of this. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Why am I apologizing? Fuck you. I have actually, I'll take a look and I'll tell you how many Steam games I have total. And I only have 29 games on GOG right now, but Steam, I'm pretty sure between the games that I've purchased and the games that I've been gifted, and I'm getting more gifted games because I was told that I was getting some games for Christmas that people want me to stream. I probably have, I want to say a couple hundred. I want to say maybe about 200 games on Steam total. But $19 billion, that's a lot of money. That money could go towards something beneficial if you really cared. But I'm going to be real with you. $19 billion on video games, that's average. That sounds about right. That sounds pretty average considering. I have 329 games. I was wrong. I have 329 games on Steam. I have 3 soundtracks, 4 softwares, and 141 tools. Let me take a look at the tools here. What do I have? Biohazard 6 benchmark tool, Black Mesa dedicated server, Blaze Rush dedicated server, Blink dedicated server, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 dedicated server. I have Modern Warfare 3 on Steam? When the fuck did I get Modern Warfare 3? When the fuck did I get that? Company of Heroes, Dark Horizons. So they're all Arma 3 dedicated server. When did I get Arma 3? Software is Face Rig, Vroid Studio. When did I get Vroid Studio? See, this is the problem. I have a whole bunch of games and like things that I purchased that I've not touched. I know I have some music programs on here that I bought that I never got around to using. And it's funny that you mentioned music programs, Xxspiracy, because I was just showing my son the album that I made with Digital Onyx like about 20 years ago. So we made an album together, and well, it was a collection of music that we're making for projects that we're working on. There's like an animation, a pilot that we worked on. I can't find the pilot, but we made a whole soundtrack to the pilot. It was only like maybe about 15-minute animation pilot. And we made music for that. And then there was our RPG game that we were working on. You know, I used some of the music for background music for previous videos. I'll probably use some music that I made for this video in particular. Yeah, it's wild that like there's so many things that I've worked on and had available that I just have not even bothered to kind of show you guys. Or I'm very good at hiding my talents until the right time, and then I just like throw that shit out there. Once you found a couple of your favorite games, the tendency is to lock onto them and forsake all others. How many times have you finished Baldur's Gate 3, Fallout New Vegas, or any of the other comfort game classics? Okay, now look at your Steam library and count how many games you've never even opened. I've got the entire Stalker collection, Disco Elysium, and Half-Life Remake, Black Mesa, all just sat there like wet-eyed puppies in a pet shop window. That's fair. I'm just getting around to playing Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, which is really fucking good. It's really good. I just netted my first radiation suit, my big radiation suit or whatever, and I've been kind of like resource managing in that game. Oh my god. My wife told me that I've been obsessed with Stalker like I've been obsessed with Dark Souls. That makes perfect sense. Because it's just the world of Stalker is just ridiculous. I was talking to an NPC, and then a pack of wild dogs came out and just mauled the shit out of me. And I'm like, yeah, I've lived in places like this. So I'm like, I get it. I understand. So I have Black Mesa, and I have not played Black Mesa. I've been kind of wanting to play, go back and play Half-Life again. But I feel like if I start a new game, I'm going to probably wind up moving stuff off and playing something else. So I don't want to do that. I don't necessarily want to do all that. So I'm locking it on Stalker right now, because I've been wanting to play Stalker, I would say, ever since 2006, I think. 2006, 2007. So I used to listen to One Up Yours, which was an old podcast on the oneup.com. And they did kind of like a Oprah's book club, where they would play games and they would sit there and talk about like how they got in the game or what their experiences were based off of that. So they played, I think it was Stalker Clear Sky, and they were talking about just the experiences of playing Stalker, and it was just, it sounded so awesome that I really wanted to play it. And this is kind of 2007. It was kind of when I started getting into PC gaming. And I played Shin Megami Tensei Imagine. I actually did a beta test for that game. And I was really getting into the beta test, and then my graphics card just took a big dump. I got rid of my graphics card, and the only game I could really play at the time was Half-Life and Maple Story. So I played a lot of that. So that was PC gaming. And I think I got the first Psychonauts, which is behind me. I have it in box, along with SWAT 4 and a couple other games. PC controllers were shit back then. This is before you can use Xbox One controllers on it. But it was a fun time. Things are a lot more streamlined now. It's easier to be a PC gamer now than it was back then, especially if you're playing platformers or like Souls-likes or stuff like that, or RPGs or ARPGs. You might wonder what these untouched games are worth. Well, based on new research between PC Games and Steam ID Finder, about the same as the gross domestic product of Nicaragua. The fuck? I haven't bought it yet, but I know Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree is going to molder on my Steam shame pile for a good long time. Actually, if I get Shadow of the Erdtree, I'll probably stream it like outright. I'm playing Slave Zero X right now, and I'm trying to finish that game, and then I'll probably get into like anything else. I'm honestly interested in playing Stalker on stream. I want to get through all 3 Stalker games before I start on Stalker 2, because I know Stalker 2's got some things going on, and it still needs a lot of that Euro jank is like in there. But I can let that sit on the back burner and just get through the first 3 Stalker games. And obviously my brain, I was at work and I was sitting there thinking about that. I'm like, damn bro, I really wanna go and play some Metro after this. And maybe if I play Metro, I'll go back and play Fallout 3, because I have Fallout 3 on Steam and it's just sitting there doing nothing. So anyways, out of the registered Steam accounts in the world, only 10%, or about 73 million in Steam ID Finder's database, are public. Based on the data from those accounts, we calculate that collectively there's around $1.9 billion worth of games that have been purchased and have never been played a single time. Times that by 10 to roughly account for all the Steam profiles that are not public, and you arrive at $19 billion. More than the gross national product of Nicaragua, Niger, Chad, or Mauritius. Damn. You can find out how much your pile of shame amounts to by popping your Steam username in the widget below. This shit sounds like that sounds like something you would put in and it would give you emails all the time. So I'm not gonna do that. But it's interesting that this is $19 billion worth of Steam games just sitting around doing nothing. But to be real, Sex with Hitler, I don't think I can play that game on stream, even though HP Lovecraft's cat gave me that. He hooked me up with Elden Ring, so he's a real one for that. I gotta give him credit. Yeah, it doesn't help that the Steam sales are just ridiculously good. I have Call of Juarez, and I really need to play that. I was playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption. I haven't beaten Red Dead Redemption 1, and I own Red Dead Redemption 2. And I've been wanting to play like some Western shooters, and Call of Juarez apparently is a thing. Homefront, Idle Showdown. There's a lot of games I have on here that I've not freaking even bothered to touch, and I feel bad. Oh yeah, I did buy Half-Life 2. It was like $1 on the Anniversary Edition. I have Neo on here, and I have Sekiro on here. I just beat Sekiro, I think a couple months ago. I definitely want to go back and play Sekiro again. I have Armored Core 6, and I haven't even touched that yet, but I'm wondering if my video card will explode into flames. Once I finish Slave Zero X, I might start Nier Automata. I got Chex Quest. That's another first-person shooter I want to fuck around with. I grabbed Classic Marathon and Marathon 2, and I grabbed Code Vein because I watched my wife play Code Vein. I was like, this is pretty cool. I got Gifted Conan Exiles, but I have never played it. I played Cuckold Simulator. I got Cookie Cutter. I've been meaning to get that. I thought I only had 200-something games. Apparently, I have 329 games that I didn't know about. And I have a Steam Deck upstairs that I hook up to the upstairs TV just to kind of bullshit and play. And I don't even play any Steam games on that because I'm playing emulated games. Like old SNES classics and MAME games.
Feel it.
So, I need to get my shit together. I feel bad. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thank you for joining me for this. I'll see you next boss fight. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. My son is like, yeah. Oh, you got something to say? Okay. What do you got to say? Huh? What do you want to say? Whole world's waiting to hear what you have to say, boy. What do you got to say? Other than I got to pick my nose because I got boogers.